EA Sports coverage of the NFL has come to East Asia in the bustling metropolis that is Tokyo, Japan. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Snowhawks of Tokyo. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Left side to Lamb. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. You look at this defense. And they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
A good running there by Jacobs on first down as he's able to take this forward for a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4. Now Prescott. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Chance is good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott on play action. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th.
Hey, 47.
Prescott to throw on 4th. That is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. On first down, Hurts. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Look at the big fella go. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. On the move to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Jalen Hurts, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Snowhawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Pollard to return from the end zone. Escapes the defender. Fights through at the 5. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And now off to the races down the right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 31 yards there and a first down. Prescott. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Oh, my, you know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. Here's Prescott. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Cowboys Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
No, set. Silver, set.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Play action. Here's Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So this defense, they get their first interception of the game, and since they were in plus territory, didn't have too terribly far to go, but they take it all the way into the end zone.
And you intercepted in that close, you're automatically thinking 6 points the other way, but what I like most about it was how the defense rallied, got up on their blocks, and didn't commit any penalties as well.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They go play action with Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Down inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Here's Swift. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
63, 63, 63.
They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. DeAndre Swift. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Snowhawks are an extra point away from drawing level. Point after try forthcoming. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
Now comes the Cowboys punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. On the return, it's Rodgers. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. In motion left goes Smith. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Now that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
A second down throw for Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Prescott looks to throw on first. This is caught. It's Brown. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And again, it's Prescott. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Final play of the half, Prescott. He's got it with the 15, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing is Hurts. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. So they bring out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Prescott on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And quickly, they get to the line. Hurts. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Snowhawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Hey, 47.
Prescott now from the 50. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A second down throw for Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And he is caught. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Lamb will go in motion. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott yet again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Carl Leviani. Hey, easy, 63, bang.
Here's Hurts to throw. A slant pass complete to Swift. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action with Hurts. Wide open receiver complete. It's a big play there. 43 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Hey, 73, 73.
Brings up second and goal.
Hey, 73, 73.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Go Silver, ready?
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Devontae Smith, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Snowhawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Pollard to return from the end zone. Breaks through the contact. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here now, second and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys are on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Now a 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Hey, kill! We're going to 54. Why is?
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Prescott down. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A throw over the middle taken in. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll go out of bounds, but not before reaching the opposite 35.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. He's got Smith here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. They're brought down that time by Nolan Smith. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop?
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. Rodgers to return it. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This is 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. The extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case,